Hey, I'm Abe, and today we're going to continue our discussion about the federal safety nets that we have available to us. Now, last week we talked about unemployment insurance, and that'll be one of the items on today's list. But I thought it would be good to take a step back and look at everything that you have available to you, and then do a deep dive on one or two that I think are most relevant to financial literacy. But if any of the things that I list off today or over the next couple videos is of interest to you or something that you'd like to learn more about, by all means, hit me up in the comments, let me know, and we can do a deep dive. I broke these into 3 sections because there were something around 12 different items and it would have made for a long video. So I've categorized them to the best of my ability. There will be a very small amount of overlap, but the first category is kind of general federal aid in the terms of like retirement, disability, work-related assistance. So first off, you've got unemployment insurance, which we talked about last week. And this is just if you find yourself unemployed through no fault of your own, then the government will give you, and this is more of a state-run program, but the government will give you a little bit of income as a percentage of your previous 12 months salary to help you get back on your feet. They'll also provide a little bit of career assistance to help you find your next job if you're looking for that kind of help. The second one on this list is Social Security, which we'll get into in far more depth next week, I believe. And you're probably familiar with this one, at least in one of its 3 forms. And one is that once you reach retirement age, you're able to draw Social Security kind of as a form of retirement income. And 73.2% of the total benefits paid in Social Security are that form of payment and retirement. And this is all kind of as of the end of 2019. The second portion of Social Security is that it makes payments to disabled workers and their dependents, which accounts for about 14.5% of the total benefits paid in Social Security. And then the last 12.3% is made to survivors of deceased workers. And like I said, we'll go into more detail on Social Security next week. The third item is supplemental security income. And this is a little bit similar to Social Security, and it provides income to people 65 or older, as well as to blind or disabled adults and children. Number 4 is the federal Pell grant program, which we talked about when we were talking about educational assistance and a lot of the ways that you can pay for college. And this is a federal grant that can be used to pay for tuition and other expenses for low-income college students. The fifth and final in this first category is the Earned Income Tax Credit. And this is a tax credit that benefits working people who have low to moderate income, and especially targeting families. And since this is a tax credit and not considered income, as far as most eligibility assessments are concerned, it doesn't impact you for other federal benefit programs that rely on your income level. So if you take advantage of the Earned Income Tax Credit, you are not then, if you're close to the line for one of these other programs, taking this tax credit will not then suddenly make you ineligible for or one of these others that is a little bit more targeted, SNAP and those such. These are the first 5. There's a little bit of overlap between this and the next category, which is for children and families. And as you saw here, the Earned Income Tax Credit sort of targets families. Federal Pell Grant targets students and children, and that's part of that next category. So we'll get into that in the next video. But just as a top level looking down, these are some of your options for retirement income, for income when you are unemployed and have been working. This is to help you with school as a college student, and also a tax credit generally geared towards low to moderate income families. As I've talked about before, it's really good and important to understand what your options are when you are going through difficult times. So the first 5, these will help you out. If you want to know more, hit me up in the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you like what I'm doing here and you want to learn more. I've got a bunch of videos about financial literacy, and I've got a ton more coming. Hit the notifications bell. I post 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if there's something you want to see but you haven't seen me make it yet, by all means hit me up in the comments. I'm happy to make a video and take a little detour to help teach you about what it is that you need to learn about and help you become more aware of the financial world in general. So thank you for being here, and I will catch you in the next video.
Bye.